Well, it's a new song off the new album, and it's about working an unusual shift. Daylight savings in my pocket. I'm coming up as the sun goes down. Another day now, you can't clock it. Wide awake in a sleepy town. Falling down that same two-way street, one that takes and the other gives. I'm learning how to make both ends meet. I'm seeing how the other half lives. Out on the wire from the night birds, dead town coming alive. I've been working the night shift, punching in that night, the end of five. I turned it out 6 ways from Sunday. A bad engine, a broken heart. Half my cylinders are running. I tear it down, put it back apart. Out on the wire from the night birds, dead town coming alive. I've been working the night shift, punching in that night, the end of five. When I finally got out of high school, I got the hell out of Central Illinois as fast as I could. And like many people, the Central Illinois vacuum sucked me right back. And I wound up at this place called ICC. Stands for Illinois Central College. But the kids across the river who went to Bradley University said it stood for I Can't Count. That wasn't true. It stood for Illinois Central College. And I learned how to do a lot of things there, like play hacky sack and roll joints. Things that you actually need in your day-to-day life. And after that, I would go to this place called Vanaken's Old Place, where I was a busboy. And I would clean up after people. Every day after my creative writing class at ICC. And being a busboy and cleaning up dishes after other people inspired me to get a lot better at creative writing. And after that, I would go work at this place called Caterpillar Incorporated on the assembly line. I worked there for 3 days. Never got a paycheck, but I got about an album's worth of songs. And after that, I would go to a place called the Red Barn in Peoria, Illinois. And I didn't even have a guitar. But it didn't matter because they had guitars hanging on the walls there. And one day I played a really heartfelt song after putting my creative writing into motion. And after I played my really heartfelt song, all 7 people there were completely silent. Until one day, this guy who was really big and grizzled and drank really bad beer and smoked Pall Malls all day long stood up and he said, "That didn't suck." And that was the greatest compliment that I'd had up to that point. And that was all I needed to hear. And I've been putting my creative writing into motion ever since, and now I'm sitting here drinking beer and hanging out with you 8 jokers on this podcast surrounded by 14 hot chicks. Life was good. Life was good when I was a busboy. Life was good when I worked on the assembly line. But this is way better. I've been dishing it out. They've been dishing it in. They'll be clocking it out. I'll be clocking it in. Yeah, the 9 p.m. to 5. Daylight savings in my pocket.
this song. I don't have fascinating stories. I just have songs.
The girl said, do you love me? The boy said, I do. The girl said, prove it. The boy said, hooty hoo. I headed for the water tower straight to the top with my spray paint can, and I did not stop. I painted your name larger than life, about 8 feet tall and about 12 feet wide. I think that you believed me when I came back down. For a couple of weeks we were the talk of the town, and the girls sang hooty hoo, and the boys sang hooty hoo. Everybody sang hooty hoo, hooty hoo hoo. Then I left town looking for the Holy Grail. You left the very next week with the jet set sailing for the Caribbean where the rich kids play. I missed you so much, I fell down and prayed. I joined every church that claimed they knew my sin. They made me write the Lord's Prayer on the head of a pin. And the girls sang hooty hoo, and the boys sang hooty hoo. Everybody sang hooty hoo, hooty hoo hoo. 1 year it was the factory and 1 year the park. We heated with wood and the house caught fire. I reached for a figure through the smoke and the sparks, but which one did I save, the girl or the guitar? I made a lot of money, got a lot of good press, writing paperback novels like a man possessed. Every name was changed, every story was true, every priest was me, every stripper was you, and they danced like angels cast out for being lovers. I wrote their life story on a matchbook cover, and the girls sang hooty hoo, and the boys sang hooty hoo. Everybody sang hooty hoo, hooty hoo. Drum solo. I went home for Christmas to that little old town, ate a big dinner, I went walking around. I seen some other dumb kid at me that long hard climb, wasted his paint, wasted his time, but I know I'd do it all again if you asked me to. But I take you with me this time, singing hooty hoo. The girls sang hooty hoo, and the boys sang hooty hoo. Everybody sang hooty hoo, hooty hoo hoo. Oh, the girls sang hooty hoo, hooty hoo, and the boys sang hooty hoo, hooty hoo. Everybody sang hooty hoo, hooty hoo hoo.
Yeah. Get in my trunk.
Don't mind the duct tape
My
and
trunk
shovel.
and into my yard.
Cody, did you study the craft of singing? You have a fantastic voice. Is that something that came natural, or did you have to study that?
I was the worst singer ever of all time. If you think I'm annoying now, you should have heard me like 20 years ago.
No, I don't. I think.
But I don't know. I love being a poet, but nobody would really check out a poet or go to see a
Yeah,
poet.
right.
So
Same.
I started playing the guitar and singing, and it was something I wanted to do, and I was really stubborn about it. So I was like, I'm gonna practice singing, I'm gonna practice guitar, and I'm gonna put it all together.
You developed it well.
Well, you are typically lyrics first, and then you put the music to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Singing.
But you just made just clearly made an effort to learn how to sing.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where I was, in the hallways in school, when nobody else was in the hallways, when I was the only person in the hallway, I was just singing. I was driving somewhere, I would sing. I put the harmonica holder on my mouth while I drove. It was just, I haven't been very driven.
And that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I would just pop in the CD and just try and hit every note on the CD.
I think you have a
Commitment.
that
On your
thing
bass
about-
while you were driving.
The thing about your voice that's timeless, you know, it's a little,
Stand.
you know, it reminds me of all the great folk singers,
Yeah.
a little of Hank Williams, you know, I mean, I
Little
think,
Guthrie.
yeah.
It's nice to see the contrast between you two.
Look at John Denver.
Because
Seriously.
Oh, Johnny, a country boy.
Bob has a
Denver.
little more like sass to how he plays. And then when you play, it's a little almost more like calming, but with the edge as an undertone. You know?
I concur. So for the youngsters in the room, did you play the Delavan Talent Show?
I have played the Delavan Talent Show.
You played the Delavan Talent Show?
What?
It's actually like one of my first gigs.
My first gig
I
was
don't know if my daughter's listeing.
I have played
She,
the Delavan.
she just
Cool
played. She
story,
just played
Dan.
it here a month ago.
That's how I was when I was 8 years old.
Not paying attention.
I was
to
in a band called the Penal Codes,
that. Yeah.
and I had just written a song that goes,
It's a hard band.
yeah.
Oh, somebody throw something at my daughter.
And there was this,
You hear the question?
my neighbor, he kept getting kicked out of the house,
Nice.
but then she let him back in, so I wrote this song called She Kicked Me Out, but She Let Me Back In. And there were 3 acts at the talent show, and the Penal Codes got 3rd place. The girl, there was a 4-year-old girl who had no teeth who sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow. People were just dying and killing over and crying, and then the other 2 guys, now this is a true story, these 2 guys were on Letterman for Stupid Human Tricks, and they shot, one guy would shoot a mini marshmallow out of his nose across the room, and the other guy would catch it in his mouth.
Oh.
If you can YouTube it.
I love those guys. I've had them over to my house.
Yeah,
several times.
How are you gonna
And-
compete with that?
I don't know why you lie about
I
it.
remember when Penal Codes got our 3rd place ribbon.
$20
It was
check.
going to get better eventually.
You know, I just have to make one remark. Somewhere over the rainbow.
That was great.
That's one of the funniest
That's
things I
great.
think I've ever heard in my life.
She killed it. This is a small town bar kind of drinking song. Kind of wrote it to make the family smile after we lost my dad. He's my biggest fan of all time. And it's about the greatest Midwestern sport of all time, shooting pool. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the bar, creatures were stirring with their mouths ajar. Back by the pool table, there arose such a clatter as people gathered round to see what was the matter. It is the most impressive sight anybody ever saw. That is this side, the old Mac and all. See, Dad and I's putting on one hell of a show, 'cause we'd won 6,748 games of pool in a row. Well, the onlookers, they just couldn't believe their eyes. They were stepping to the table and dropping like flies. One by one, we's putting them to bed with visions of Jaeger bombs all in their heads. And they's handing us drinks and buying us dinner. We's giving them fits and taking no prisoners. Just separating all the men from the boys down at the farmhouse bar and grill in Delavan, you guessed it, Illinois. Me and Dad, well, we do alright. We drink for free when we're out Friday night. The boys and the daddies give all that they have. Nobody shoots pool like me and Dad. Well, the clock struck midnight and there's a howling wind, and these 2 roughnecks came stumbling in. Yeah, one reeked of gas and the other of booze, and they's coming round here with nothing to lose, and they couldn't walk straight. They's both just a stumbling. They couldn't talk straight. They's both just a mumbling. cussing and slurring up in everybody's face. And Dad said, son, I think it's time we put these two drunken roughnecks in their place. So they come up to us and start calling us names. They said, hey, pretty boys, we got next game. I said, it's closing time. Yeah, we're packing up, but that'll be alright. Go ahead and wrap them up, 'cause they were slobbering drunk, sweaty and greasy. And I looked at Dad and said, this is gonna be easy. So I give them a whack, but nothing did fall. It was a Dolly Parton break, all busted, no balls and no roughnecks. They stumbled down all over that table. Then they stood up straight like they's perfectly able. Gave us a wink and they flexed their muscles. And Dad said, son, I think we're being hustled. Grabbed the cues like a shotgun, leaned down and cocked it. Took aim and fired into the corner pocket. Man, they's running the table. Yeah, we's getting spanked. They're pulling off 6 and 7 rail banks, and there's nothing we could do. No use in trying. Dad and I knew it's all over but the crying. We suffered defeat after winning so long. That's right, y'all, Dad and I finally got beat by my sister and my mom. Yeah, the family, yeah, we do alright. We drank for free, social kitchen Sunday nights. The kids and the families give all that they have. But nobody shoots pool like me, sis, Mom, and Dad. True story, pretty good at horseshoes. I was just in Wisconsin and I was at a bar that had Ham's Light. And I just thought there's a song in there somewhere about the flavor of hams is just too much. We have Ham's Light.
You gotta dial it down.
When you don't want to shit your pants all the
Never
way. Half the way.
Made with a third less corn.
All right, Dave, what should I play?
You know, between those two, I like the story. I find it interesting that you heard the story of Stay Ahead of the Wolves. I find it is sad. I don't know if you want to go out on a sad note. Like Dogs, I think is also sad. It's just a little bit more upbeat. Yeah.
We'll do with Like Dogs. It's shorter.
Sound logic.
You're getting him to play for free.
Yeah.
You might as well.
Although I will admit that I think Like Dogs is a good example of your writing because it seems to be about one thing, but it's about something else.
Yeah. I'm getting tired to the point where I can't make sense. I can't make a sentence.
There's a Led Zeppelin
Four
song
sentences.
about
Sometimes you will write a chorus that's really simple, and then the verses will seem to not really even be about the chorus, and then it becomes the listener's job to figure out how do these two things connect. So in this song, I was writing about a friend that I had a huge falling out with, which just does not happen in my life. I used to think I get along with fucking everybody for the most part, but I had a major falling out with a friend, and this guy did not like dogs, and I should have known from the beginning. If a guy didn't like dogs, eventually he's not going to like me either. So that's where the verse and chorus connect. The Rainmakers killed this.
You're the kind of man who seems to leave a trail behind him of old friends who used to be so close, but then in some concocted scene. Edit.
One more from the top.
Okay.
You know what? This happened with Matthew Ryan
Yeah.
too.
You're the kind of man who seems to leave a trail behind him of old friends who used to be so close, but then in some concocted scene they done you wrong, and so you ride them off and bye-bye, they're gone. If you don't like dogs, what do you like? If you don't you're right about it, and blah, 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 blah. But way deep down inside, you're afraid that you're a fraud. If you don't like dogs, what do you like? If you don't like dogs, you're gonna wake up some cold night and howl at the moon alone. If you don't like dogs, you better just go home. Oh, I used to be your friend, even now from time to time. I wish that I could see you, wouldn't wanna be you. You might have the car, the money, and the home, but you know and I know you'll always be alone. You're the kind of man who wants to know real love, but all that you can do is talk about young girls and tell off-color jokes and act all kinds of flirty. But when the truth be told, you're afraid of getting dirty. If you don't like dogs, what do you like? If you don't like dogs, you're gonna wake up some cold night and howl till your head's a-throbbing. If you don't like dogs, what's your fucking problem?